If you feel behind, overwhelmed, or pressure to do more before the year ends, this message is for you. As the year slowly comes to an end, the world begins to speed up. Social media fills with resets, vision boards, last minute hustles, how to achieve everything you didn't achieve this year, and every motivational pressure imaginable. And even though some of them come with good intentions, the truth is it can be overwhelming, it can be heavy, and it can make you feel like you didn't do enough. But here's the truth that no one really says out loudly. Life happens and situations happen too. And even the strongest people sometimes don't achieve every goal they set, not because they were lazy, not because they didn't try, but because life unfolded differently. And maybe that happened to you this year. Maybe you tried, maybe you genuinely gave it your all, and things still didn't go the way you hoped. If that's you, please hear this. You're not a failure, you're not behind, you're simply human. Don't let social media timelines rush you because life does not follow anyone's calendar. Life has its own rhythm, its own pauses, and its own unexpected storm. Do not let society's expectations define what success should look like for you because success is personal and internal. Success is not comparison, success is not speed, and success is not a race. It's what you want for your own life and not what the world wants you to be. Success is alignment, it's becoming who you are meant to be. So please give yourself grace. Your worth is not measured by how many boxes on your to do list are checked, and your value is not determined by how fast you achieved something. As the year ends, many people go home for reunions, celebrations, and family gatherings. And in many cultures, this season brings a different kind of pressure. We have questions like, where is your husband or your wife? When are you having children? Your mate has bought a house. What about you? When will you settle down? And so on. And while those questions may come from love, they can also create deep emotional pressure. You see, some people begin to feel like they're disappointing their parents, disappointing their siblings, and even disappointing their community. But please, I want you to remember that you are living your life, not theirs. No one should make you rush into a marriage you're not ready for, or take a loan you cannot afford, or make you live a fake life just to appear successful at the end of the year. You know, some people borrow money just to look good during holiday gatherings. Some go into unnecessary debt simply to impress others. And some pretend to have things they don't just because they're scared of judgment. But let me tell you this with love. You do not need to impress anyone. You do not owe anyone a performance. And your life is not a competition. Sometimes pressure comes from friends too. The ones who constantly compare achievements. They tell you things like, I bought a house, I just got promoted, my husband or wife got me this or that, my parents did that for me, and so on. And while it's okay to share joyful news, you must also protect your peace. So if you have friends who constantly make you feel less of yourself, the ones who only bring up your weakness or who turn every conversation into a comparison, please understand that those are not your friends. Because real friends support, real friends uplift, real friends understand your journey even if it's slower than theirs. Everyone has a different path, everyone has a different timing, and everyone has different opportunities. And being in competition with people only steals your joy. Not everyone who graduated together got jobs together, and not everyone who married early had children early. Not everyone who started life fast ended up happy. And not everyone who was born around the same time died the same day or die around the same time. Some people take longer to achieve their goals or dreams because their blessings take a different route while some don't, and that's okay. You don't need to mimic anyone's timeline. You don't need to rush because your peers are doing something. When your time comes, your path will open like it was designed just for you. And any day, any morning, any quiet moment can be your reset. It doesn't have to be January 1st. It doesn't have to follow anyone's calendar. Because your life isn't a race, it's your journey, and you're allowed to move at your own pace. Even if something didn't work out, you didn't fail. Rather, you just discovered one more way not to do that same thing when you tried again. And that's growth, that's learning, and that's you becoming wiser. So I want you to be proud of yourself, be gentle with yourself, and most importantly, be grateful for breath, for life, for the ability to watch this video because some are blind, to hear this voice because some are deaf, and to have another chance tomorrow because some do not, and we are. Not that we are better or more special than them, but we're here living by the mercies and grace of God, and that's something to be grateful for. So as this year fades into the next, I want you to do something different. Slow down, breathe, reflect gently, not harshly, and ask yourself, what have I learned this year? How have I grown this year? What am I grateful for? What can I carry into next year without guilt or shame? If there's something you didn't achieve this year, please move it into next year. There is no punishment for that. There is no judgment, and there is absolutely no shame. Your goals don't expire on December 31st, and your dreams don't suddenly become invalid because the year is ending. Every sunrise is a chance to begin again, and every morning is a new reset. And so, as you pause for a moment to reflect, I hope you remember this. You have done so much more than you give yourself credit for. You've survived, you've tried, you've grown in ways you didn't even notice. And no one has the right to make you feel less than you are. You're enough, you're worthy, and you're doing the best you can in the season you're in. So please slow down, breathe, and appreciate yourself for every step you've taken this year, even the small ones. And please give yourself grace. Give yourself compassion and talk to yourself like someone you love. Do not call yourself a failure. Do not call yourself useless. And do not even let anyone speak that over your life. Do not let comparison steal your joy. And as long as you're trying, as long as you're learning, and as long as you're growing, you're moving in the right direction. And believe this with your whole heart. God sees your efforts. God sees your tears. God sees your attempts. And He will reward you in His time. Because your story is not over. Your journey is not stagnant. And your life is unfolding exactly the way it needs to. And the best chapters of your life are still very much ahead of you. And until next time, live slowly, live intentionally, and remember, your peace is priceless.